edition of TH Sports presents More Than the Score. I am TH Sports writer Steve Ortman, along with fellow sports writer Tim O'Neill. We come to you today in 50 Shades of Blue, and we are ready to discuss the big, only one thing that we need to talk about this week, the big city championship football game, if I may use my big game voice, from the mild tundra of Dalzell Field, Dubuque Senior and Dubuque Hempstead playing for the championship.
I don't know how I can follow that.
How can you follow that? It's exciting, though.
It's definitely going to be an exciting game. Throughout the records, both sides of the stands are going to be packed. One student section is going to be used to sitting on the other side. They're going to have to go over to the visitor side this week. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be rowdy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Yeah,
it's going to be rowdy for sure. And we know that Hempstead won the title last year. Let's talk last week real quick. Hempstead, very impressive. Gabe Bortscheller seemed like he was definitely a playmaker last week against Waterloo East.
Definitely 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, caught a 60-yard touchdown pass. Also made a couple of big plays on defense. Tackle for a loss that really sticks out in my mind on one drive. And the way Coach McIntyre puts it, he never leaves the field for him. So, an important player both ways for them. And Bortscheller was one of just 3 returning starters coming back this year for Hempstead. So that was really a big game for him last week.
Yeah, and Touchdown Senior also winners last week over Cedar Rapids Prairie. Talk a little bit about Lee Boniface. He was cleared earlier in the day, comes out, and has a big day for the Rams.
Yeah, I wasn't really aware of an injury to Lee Boniface leading up into last week's game. I got a call asking about it, and I put a call out to Coach Plessel.
I'm going to keep these things on the lowdown.
He didn't really want to comment, which I understand. It's your starting quarterback. You don't really want to get that stuff out. But Douglas Miles of the Cedar Rapids Gazette covered that game for us. He said it was a shoulder injury in his game story. He was cleared to play earlier in the day. He played. It's pretty obvious he played. Threw for 124 yards and a touchdown. Ran for 3 touchdowns. And Senior really pulled away in the second half to get a nice non-district win at Cedar Rapids Prairie last week.
All right, well, titles on the line. Let's talk keys to the game. What are the keys going to be for Hempstead to come out on the top of this one?
Well, I don't know if I expect it to be as low scoring as last year. Last year was just a 17-6 win for Hempstead. I expect there to be a lot of points on the board this year. I expect there to be big plays offensively and defensively. A guy we haven't talked about yet for Senior, at least on this broadcast, is Colin Seymour of the Rams. Receiver, kick returner, defensive back. Just made a number of big plays for the Rams this year. Last week, he broke a 7-7 halftime tie by taking the second half kickoff back for a touchdown, and then later returned an interception 42 yards to seal that 42-28 victory. So I'm expecting a big play out of him.
All right, and putting you on the spot here, who you got? What's Tim O'Neill's big lead pipe lock pick for the senior championship?
I don't know. I think I'm going to pick Senior. It's going to be a close one. Let's go 31-28. Ben Kubit's going to hit a field goal some point in the game, and that's going to be the difference.
All right, we'll see if that's true. Also, a quick side note, there's a signed football up for auction. It's signed by Dubuque native Jay Burwanger and 11 other Heisman Trophy winners. It's on display at Dalzell Field through Friday. And it's got some Heisman Trophy winners there?
Yeah, a lot of Heisman Trophy winners from back in the day. I'm sure a lot of people older than you and myself will recognize these names. John David Crow from Texas A&M, the 57 Heisman winner. I think a lot of people recognize that name, played for Bear Bryant. You got Steve Owens from Oklahoma, Nebraska's Johnny Rogers, John Capoletti, Billy Sims from Oklahoma, George Rogers, Miami quarterback Gino Torretta, and then the younger folks will remember Eric Crouch from Nebraska earlier this century. So those are just some of the names on that football.
Sure. The proceeds will support philanthropic projects in Dubuque's public schools. The online auction is going on. It closes at midnight on Friday night, so get on there if you want to get a chance to get that football. Bids can be placed at www.32auctions.com/FDPS Heisman. So get on there if you want to get a chance to win that football. That's it for TH Sports More Than the Score this week. Get ready for the big football game on Friday night. Everyone enjoy it. And for all your local sports coverage, visit thonline.com.